Welcome back to our March edition. And joining me next is Craig Pearce. We're going to talk about tax filing next month. Craig, thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you, Peter.
Tell us a bit about your firm, McCutcheon Pearce.
Excellent. Yeah, for sure. So we're located at the corner of Romeo and Duro. We've got about approximately anywhere between 20 and 23 accountants and staff on staff. We ramp up a little bit for tax season, so we do bring in some seasonal help. But we do a lot of we do a heavy concentration of personal taxes and corporate filings all year long. Been in practice with my firm and my predecessor, Steve Mitchell, for over 30 years here in Stratford. So, yeah.
And you have a master's degree in tax. You're also a CA/CPA. What does the master's degree do for you in taxes?
Well, it was just a further education. It's funny when I came out of university with a degree in economics, everyone was going on to do their master's in economics. And after 4 years of economics, I decided I didn't want to do any more of that. So I was looking for a little more, let's say, job security. And they came around. There was a new program they were starting at the University of Waterloo, was this Masters of Tax program, and they came around to all the graduating classes, and they were advertising it. And I thought, that's something that would give some job security. We know there's only two things guaranteed in life: death and taxes. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to explore the Masters in Tax program.
Although first one's inevitable next month, April 30th is tax filing deadline. Why should people file their taxes on time?
Well, one, the obvious is that if you do owe taxes, they're going to charge, the CRA will charge penalties and interest. Those have certainly increased with the interest rates that have certainly increased over the last couple of years. They're starting to come back down now, but CRA is still charging 9% right now on any undue balances. So that's the first and foremost why you should file. Other reasons why you might want to file is that certainly for certain benefits, income tested benefits, child tax benefits, provincial, trillium benefits, all require a filing of taxes in order to be eligible to receive those benefits. So we always encourage everyone to file, whether or not you have a balance owing or not, so that you make sure that you continue to qualify for those benefits.
Yeah, I love it. File in on time. Okay, Craig, what is the one thing, if there's one thing people usually miss on their tax filing that they should focus on for this year?
Well, so there's a couple changes this year. The bigger one that caught everyone's attention all year long was the introduction of the increase, or the proposed increase, in the capital gains inclusion rate. They've since backed off on that, but we're not necessarily advertising it a whole lot. But the CRA has come out with a deferral and some relief for individuals that will be reporting capital gains this year. So if you did trigger some capital gains as a result of the proposed legislation, they are going to provide some relief until June 2nd to actually pay and file your taxes this year. So don't stress if you did trigger some gains. I do feel for anyone who did undertake any transactions, especially significant transactions, in light of the proposed legislation. But if you did that in your personal, you do have a little extra time to file your taxes. So I would say that's the one that I don't think that really CRA has advertised. And then the other is because of the postal strike. Another one that people may not realize is that they're able to claim donations and donation receipts that come in the first 2 months of the year. So for January and February, the CRA, just like similar to RSPs, but they've extended that donation receipting period till January and February of 2025. You can still claim those donations on your 2024 taxes. So, and a lot of that was spurred by the fact that charities couldn't get donation receipts out, or people had mailed in their checks to different charities, and those checks weren't received until the first 2 months of 2025.
Well, Craig, thank you very much for educating us, and I'm sure you'll enter into a very busy tax season, so thank you.
We are gearing up. We're ramping up. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it.
Coming up next, we're going to meet the owners of Taylor's Deli.